What's going on, boys? Today we're going to be talking a bit about a piece of advice I've heard mostly from STPs and among them mostly ISTPs. The advice is the moment something goes wrong, take action immediately. And to my mind, that sounds odd hearing it from a TI SE type. I would imagine hearing that more from TE SE types, particularly SFPs, and they do, but they do it differently, and they do it for different reasons. So why would a TI type, coming from the SE perspective, say, the moment something goes wrong, take action no matter what it is? Well, as they've explained it to me or others, again, ISTPs with no relation or knowledge of each other, you need to take action immediately because if you don't, someone else will. If the person's an aggressor, if they act first and succeed, they win. If they act first and fail, even though this action failed, they have put you further on the back foot by having to adjust to them further again, giving them the space and opportunity to go again. Whereas if you take action immediately, you gain those benefits. You might not succeed at first, but by jamming your hand into the pot, you prevent other people from sticking their hands into the pot and fucking up the stew before you can figure out what you want to do. I think the best way to boil it down would be to say, by acting immediately, you give yourself space to act thoughtfully while denying your opponent that space. And it's odd hearing that from ISTPs because on the surface, that's not how they seem to operate. But when you observe them for some time, you realize action is a large part of who they are. And it's interesting because you do see this in NFJs, it's just not as pronounced. In SFPs, when they take this action first mindset, they're more naturally strategic with it. It's not just a haymaker out of nowhere, there's always a second punch coming. And I don't think they consciously do this, I think it's all intuitive. In the heat of the moment, SFPs are built different. Which is, again, why I say it's odd hearing the haymaker advice coming from STPs, because they literally do not have a plan. It's just to act first. And it does make sense for them, but TI and NI are very precise systems. So the fact they recommend immediate action without an intuitive plan or follow-up, it's just odd to me. Now, NTJs are the odd ones in the immediate action camps. They are also capable of immediate action, but I've found them more inclined to clam up if immediate action is required on something they were not expecting. I've heard them describe the process as feeling like you are watching a car about to hit you in slow motion, seeing exactly what's about to play out and why, but feeling paralyzed. Which I would expect more from the NFJs, but again, strangely enough, in my experience, when this shit pops off, NFJs act immediately. Or don't feel paralyzed that way. Their paralysis comes from other places. And all of this feels odd to an SI type. For us, when immediate action is required, there are a few different ways it can go. Firstly, all instinct. You've practiced for whatever this is so many times, you aren't even a part of what you're doing. 2, procedure. If you aren't trained to perform whatever you need to perform immediately on instinct, recall what might apply here and apply that as quickly as you can. Third, and most often, however, an SI type, when immediate action is required, will retreat and try to plan a next move based on everything they've learned up to this point. Once again, proving extroverted functions perform better generally, and introverted functions perform either the best or the worst. But yeah, I'll have to do a lot more thinking about this because SE is not just action, it's an entire method of interpreting information. But this whole immediate action thing, the way it works and the way different types deal with it, none of it outside SFPs is what I was expecting. But that about rippity wraps this one up. I hope you enjoyed watching, because I certainly enjoyed making it. Tried to make another order development video, but I just was not feeling it right now. Like if you enjoyed, because it helps me out a lot. Subscribe if you haven't, because we do this shit sometimes. And comment your thoughts, because I love hearing from you. What's your take on immediate action and cognitive functions? But thanks again for watching, everybody. Really, we have a lot of fun on this channel. So much fun, in fact, you can fill it up in a water bottle and drink it out of that. Just a normal-ass water bottle full of microplastics. A lot of fun. But that's how much we have on this channel, and I look forward to doing this with you guys again in the future.